Hi guys, my name is Serynne. I am the Armstrong McCall Liaison and an Executive Account Manager for Mirabella Beauty. Sorry for the late start. I was having a few problems with my cell phone, so we got it all figured out and I learned something new today. So hopefully you guys will too. This is part 2 of our mini series for education. If you missed the first part on Wednesday with Miss Sarah Kelly, please go back and watch that. It is phenomenal. And she is our National Education Manager. She knows everything about everything. So today I'm going to be talking to you about some tools and best practices for those. First and foremost, you're going to want to wash your hands. So this is important for both consumers and pros. So we are going to be touching on both topics for both pros and individuals. So always wash your hands first. We all know about that. We've all heard about it in the news, everywhere posted. So please just make sure you're doing a proper hand washing routine all the time. Next, if you are a pro, you are going to want to sanitize your hands in front of your clients. That's very important for their peace of mind. And so you know that you're doing your due diligence for infection control and prevention. But we are going to talk about some products. First and foremost, we have our Wipeout. This is a micellar water technology makeup remover wipe. What's great about micelles is they pick up any dirt, debris, excess oil, and environmental pollutants in the little micelles and then lift it away from the skin. So you don't need any harsh astringents or cleansing agents that are going to strip your natural moisture barrier from the skin. The micelles are going to do all the heavy hitting hard work for you, so you don't have to wreck your natural moisture barrier. So that is great for if you're just doing a little quick makeup remover before you wash your face, or if you're going to be doing, if you need a little touch up, if you missed on your mascara and you got a little smudge, just take the corner of that and just kind of dab it away, and it lifts it away really nicely without leaving any kind of a residue behind. Then we are going to, pricing on that is $12 retail, and it does have some moisturizing ingredients, including, let's see here, we've got vitamin E in that and shea butter. So everything we have is healthy for the skin. Moving on to our Pro Essential Brush Collection. That is the one that comes in the red case. I don't have mine on me right now. Things are still a little hit and miss on where everything is. But these are the Pro Essential brushes. They are very dense, plush, soft bristles. If you haven't tried these yet, please do yourself a favor. They are luxurious. All of our brushes are synthetic hair. So the bristles aren't going to absorb any excess oil, any product, so you don't have as much lost product as a natural hair. We're also cruelty free, so that is very important. They're weighted on the back end, so obviously you can't see the weight on it, but they are nice and balanced, so you're not going to be heavy-handed when you're applying on the brush side because you've got a counterweight in the back. Most of these are sold individually, except for the Pro Eye Blender. That one only comes in the set, but all of the rest of them, including this awesome dual-ended one here, these are all sold individually. But as a kit in the red canister that's great for travel, that retails for $96. So you can get all of these guys all together for $96. So when it comes to using your brushes, for a pro, you're going to want to make sure that these are always shampooed at the end of every client. You definitely want to have more than one set on hand. That way, if you have more than one client, you can just set the used brush aside, grab your new brush and use that, and that way you have a fresh, brand new set for every client. So for sanitizing them, we have a couple of options. If you're a pro, obviously you want to shampoo after every single use, but if you're going to be using the same brush on the same client, all you're going to do is take your purifying brush cleanser. Sorry, gotta find the right one. You're going to take your Purify here, which is another product that we're going to talk about. You'll spritz a paper towel like that. Make sure it's heavily misted, and then just go back and forth on that to pick up any extra product. It helps to sanitize the brush, condition the bristles, it won't dry them out, and that way you can use the same brush on the same client. If you are a consumer, the way you would use that is at the end of every makeup application. If you just do that real quick, just a few quick swipes every time you put on your makeup and put them away, that helps to reduce any buildup on your brushes. It helps to make sure they're clean. If you do have any kind of dermis going on, it does help to remove that from your bristles. If you are sick though, just go ahead and shampoo your brushes or have a couple different sets so you're not, reinfecting yourself. This is especially important if you are an acne client. You've got to make sure that your brushes are clean. So the Purify stuff is going to retail for $18, but we're going to talk a little bit more about the ingredients in the Purify. Back onto sanitation for your brushes. It is also very helpful after you shampoo them. If you have just some disinfecting wipes, and just go ahead and grab one of those and wipe down your handle really, really good before you set them out to dry. That way your brushes are clean after you've shampooed them and used the Purify brush cleanser on them. Your handles are really nice and clean. And then you will also go ahead and take a little bottle of alcohol and just spritz it onto your brush. That way that isopropyl alcohol will kill anything else that remains on there while they're drying. Okay, so those were the Pro Essential Brush collection. Then we also have the Signature Brush collection. I don't have all of these on hand, but they are the regular brushes that come with displays. They are all sold individually. They range in price from $16 to $36 each. There's several brushes available if you go to mirabellabeauty.com and check out all those brushes. They have a larger range of brushes in the Signature collection, so they are for different targeted applications and techniques. They're not quite as dense as the Pro collection, but they are still a beautiful collection, so definitely check those out. Like I said, they range from $16 to $36 each. Then we have the blender. Oops, sorry, I moved the chair. So we have our Flawless Silicone Blender. This one is going to be fabulous for sanitation, because we all know how important that is. It's very soft. So if you can see on there how jelly that is on the inside. I've seen some of them that are kind of hard, more like a shoe insert, but this one is a very nice soft silicone. And all you want to do with this guy is support it so it rolls around your finger. You can use your index finger, you can use your middle finger, whichever one's more comfortable for you, but that way it's nice and taut and rolled on the bottom, and then you'll just roll the product onto the skin instead of tapping it like you would a regular sponge or trying to buff it in like you would a brush. Just kind of roll it in, and a little bit of product goes a long way on these guys. Since there's nowhere for it to soak into, there's no lost product, you don't pick up and transfer a whole lot of bacteria because it's super easy to sanitize and clean. You just shampoo it, let it dry, it's ready to rock and roll. You don't have to wait for it to air dry. You can just dry it off with a paper towel and it's ready to go again. So this is phenomenal for especially right now when we're all concerned about sanitation, and again for acne clients or those who just want to make sure that everything's super clean and tidy. This one is great. It takes a little getting used to, but I promise you it's worth it for the sanitation benefits. So moving on from that, oh, it retails for $7. I keep forgetting about that, sorry. So it retails for $7. Then we're going to go back over to our Purify to talk about this as a product in general. So this one, I've got some stats on here for the key ingredients. Everything we have is good for the skin. So key ingredients for the sanitizing benefits, we do have alcohol in this. Obviously it's for brushes, not for face. It also has aloe, tangerine, witch hazel, and glycerin. So this is what helps to condition your bristles. It's not going to dry them out. It does have the alcohol in it, but the other moisturizing and conditioning agents in it are going to help to make sure that your bristles and the integrity of your brush lasts. You want to invest in quality brushes if you want to have a nice application and take care of them by using the Purify after every application, and then shampoo them. For consumers, weekly is pretty good. For a professional, every single use. That way you're not transferring any bacteria from client to client. This guy retails for $18. Then we're moving on to the Bulletproof. This is my personal holy grail favorite product. I've got this one right here. I'm almost out. I've got to get some more. So this is a multi-use product. Obviously, as the title probably tells you, Bulletproof sets your makeup. It's our makeup setting spray. It's fantastic. So what I do in my applications is prime the skin, which Miss Sarah Kelly talked about last time, is our different primers. Then spritz on a little mist of this, let it dry down. I have a fancy little fan brush, so it dries a little bit faster. Then you'll do your foundation and your concealer. Do a little bit more of a spritz, just real gently. Let it dry, your powder application, and then also throughout the day, if you're getting a little bit of oil breakthrough, just spritz on a little bit more of this, and it helps to reduce that surface shine and reset your makeup without it getting kind of smudgy. Another thing that you can do with this is a foiling technique. So you'll take your eyeshadow brush, let's see if I can grab that real quick. Take your eyeshadow brush, load it with your product, spritz on a little mist of this, and then tap it onto the eye, and that gives you a really, really intense pigmentation, especially if you combine it with our eyeshadow primer, and then a light mist of the the Bulletproof on top of it. It really seals it in and gives it that sticking staying power that you need for a really pigmented, bold shadow look. You can also use it if you're doing a brow powder. If you want to use our quick brow powder with an angled eyeliner brush like this guy, that has a nice fine little point on it, and to help set your brow powder a little bit more, you can just load it up with your product, spritz on a little bit of the Bulletproof, and then apply it, and that gives you a more bold brow look. So there's lots of different ways that you can use Purify. I keep saying Purify, I'm sorry. There's lots of different ways you can use the Bulletproof. That retails for $25, and this one, since it does go on the skin, it has some excellent skin-loving ingredients. So we have an anti-inflammatory aspect of it that is peony root. Antioxidant brightening is also the peony root and niacinamide. And we also have some clinical trials on this one that we did. 97% said that their makeup lasted 12 hours or longer. I use it every day. 92% said it reduced the look of fine lines. 93% instantly secures makeup, and 86% said it minimized the look of enlarged pores. Now, I don't know if that one was combined with using the primers, but I guarantee those numbers would go up if you use both the primers and the Bulletproof setting spray. So make sure you use all of the tools that we have available to you to help with your makeup applications, both as a pro and a consumer. Another little thing that I wanted to touch on was if you are working with your brushes, the best way to do this for infection control is to work from a palette. If you're a consumer, obviously you can work directly from your eyeshadow palette, your makeup palette, whatever it is, swirling your brush in there, especially if you use the Purify Daily to remove any buildup on there. But if you're a pro, you're going to definitely want to use a palette. I have one of my own. We don't have one currently, but I've got this little palette right here, and you're just going to put your product, tap it onto here, scrape off a little bit onto here, and work with your brush from the palette. That is going to be excellent for maintaining safety, because we all know that brushes can pick up, hold on to, and transfer different bacterias, skin cells, things like that. So we're not going to get into the specifics of all the things that can happen. Pros, you already know, you've been through school, so you know what's going on. But that, I believe, is all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, either as a pro or as a consumer. We are always here for you guys. We love getting questions, especially when things are a little slow right now. We've got plenty of time to do one-on-one education, and just give us a call. We're always here to help, and we love helping people. We love education, and we generally love our products. Personally, I am a licensed esthetician, And when I was in school for aesthetics, I was trained with Mirabella. So I've loved this line for many years, and when the Lano company purchased Mirabella, I was lucky enough to come on board. So this product, this line, this company is near and dear to my heart. So if there's anything that you need, just let me know. Thanks so much, guys. Sorry I was late. Take care.